Hi, my name is Justin Yomort, and this is the CNT podcast. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the Chicago Cubs, my personal favorite team. So, our catcher is Wilson Contreras, first base Anthony Rizzo, second base Nico Hoerner, third base Chris Bryant, shortstop Javier Baez, left field we have Jock Peterson, center field we have Ian Happ, right field Jason Hayward, and our DH will be David Bodie. Our starting pitchers consist of Kyle Hendricks, Trevor Williams, Jake Arrieta, Albert Alzula, and Braylon Marquez. Our bullpen has Rowan Witt, Craig Kimbrell, Dan Winkler, Dylan Maples, Alec Mills, and Dwayne Underwood, as well with Kyle Ryan if he stays healthy. Our top three prospects consist of Braylon Marquez, left-handed pitcher, estimated time of arrival 2021. So you do see him as our fifth starter, so he will probably make the team. Brendan Davis, who you may remember I got the chance to interview. Outfield, estimated time of arrival 2022. So he won't quite make it in this year. However, we do expect to see him next year. With Miguel Amaya at catcher, with estimated time of arrival 2021. So we do expect to see him get called up eventually. Maybe if the rumors about Contreras being traded do happen, he'll slip into that starting role. We don't know for sure yet. But that is our roster, and let's just say it's going to be a rough season for Cubs fans, or it's going to be a great season. This team can be good and can be bad. This is a very inconsistent team, I will say. Wilson Contreras, he's a top 5 catcher, but he gets into slumps. Rizzo, he's getting older. He's a shell of his former self. Nico Hoerner is young, still developing, and is not at stardom yet. Then you got Chris Bryant. He used to be an MVP. He's been average at best these past few years. He could easily turn that around. He could easily not. Javier Baez, who's probably a top 50 player. Again, he can be inconsistent. It depends how he plays. Jock Peterson, I think, was a great signing. I think he'll be good and he'll be consistent. Ian Happ was amazing last year. I think he'll be definitely do that again and be very well. Hayward picked it up again last year. He's been struggling lately. His bat is still iffy. His glove is still amazing. And David Bodie's been great consistently. But the lineup's not what scares me. It's the pitching. It's never been questioned. The Cubs' pitching has always been bad in the past few years. And it only got worse. We lost the second in running in Cy Young votes, Darvish, and got almost nothing in return. We lost John Lester in free agency, as well as Quintana in free agency. However, we did sign Trevor Williams, who is solid. Kyle Hendricks will have a good year probably. He'll be the same. Trevor Williams, I think he'll be solid. Albert Azula, Jake Arrieta, Braylon Marquez, they could all be good. They could all be bad. No one knows. And our bullpen is terrible. There's two names that I trust in this bullpen, and that's Alec Mills and Dylan Maples. I think they will both be solid this year. But still, with that, you can't fully trust that on a day-to-day basis. This team's not great. The prospects, Braylon Marquez will be a stud. It's not his time yet. He'll be a rookie, I believe. So, Brendan Davis, outfield's not really the problem. The problem's pitching. Our lineup just needs to learn to be consistent. I could see him maybe slipping into Hayward's spot or Happ's spot and competing, maybe not be every day. And Miguel Amaya just does not fit with this team. We have Contreras, he's a top 5 catcher. He just doesn't fit well with it. So it's truly our bullpen. I think, honestly, we should maybe trade Miguel Amaya for some pitching. With the loss of Darvish, the Cubs pitching will take a massive hit when it was already bad, as I've said. They might be okay or solid. It really depends on Bryant, Baez, and Contreras play. If they play 2016 or 2017, they're going to be great. They could win the division. If they play like they did last year or 2018 or 2019, we're going to be a bottom 3 team in the division. The prospects, they're solid, not great. Like I said, they don't really fit our need. And honestly, I don't think we're gonna be great, which is hard to say. I hate being a fan of a team that's not competing for playoffs, and I think we might be able to, but I don't realistically see us making it fully. Again, it really just depends if the inconsistency continues or if it ends. And honestly, we have a lot of good prospects who aren't in our top three. We also have Colroido and Howard. I feel like if we are bad now, we can be good again in like 2027. So if I'm being honest, we either compete now or in 5 to 8 years, which I don't love. I do think this team has what it takes to make playoffs, and if they get another pitcher and a little bit better of a bullpen, I think they could compete for a World Series. It comes down to the fact, is Baez, Bryant, Rizzo, and Contreras going to be inconsistent more, or are they going to play like they did when they first came into the league? That's the only question. If they play good, we'll be good. If they play bad, we'll be bad. It all comes down to that. So we're either going to be super good or really bad. There is no in between in my eyes. And the signing of Jake Arrieta only proves that. He was great on the Cubs before. When he left, he was solid at best. And when he's coming back, he's either going to be solid or bad or great. Like, he fits the scheme. Great or terrible. No in between. There will be no in between that. And it hurts me. I want them to compete, but they don't have the pitching. They should have kept Darvish. Imagine if we had the bullpen of Kyle Hendricks, Yu Darvish, Trevor Williams, Jake Arrieta, Braylon Marcus. That's a rotation I could get behind. And maybe even re-sign John Lester, put him in the bullpen. Like, if we would have just brought in those arms back, I feel like it would have made a huge difference. I feel like the Josh Peterson signing, that's amazing. That's going to be a huge part of our team. He's going to be huge. He's going to be a leader. And honestly, if we didn't get Josh, I don't think I would say there's a shot we make playoffs. But because we signed Josh, I think there's a small chance that we could make playoffs. But it's not likely. I don't expect it. Thank you all for watching today's episode. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.